What if I told you that the biggest things holding you back isn't your lack of talent, money, or opportunities? It's a fear of being judged. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to do something but didn't because you were worried about what someone else might think? Maybe you wanted to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you wanted to go to the gym. Maybe you wanted to act someone out, but instead you talked yourself out of it. Not because you couldn't do it, but because you imagined what people would say. Here's the crazy part. Most of these conversations only happen inside of your own head. Growing up, we're taught to fit in. We're taught not to stand out too much. Don't be loud. Don't be too different. Don't make mistakes because people are watching. So we spend years trying to become a version of ourselves that everyone else approves of. The problem is that version isn't really us. It's the character we've created just to avoid criticism, and eventually pretending becomes exhausting. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is everyone is watching me. They're not, seriously. Think about the last time you went to the grocery store. Do you remember what the person in front of you was wearing? Probably not. Do you remember what the cash register looked like? Maybe, maybe not. Because you weren't focused on them. You were focused on yourself. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. They're worried about how they look. They're thinking about their own problems. They're wondering what people might think about them. People are far too busy living their own lives to be spending all day analyzing yours. Once you realize that, something changes. You stop feeling like you're constantly on stage. But let's say someone does judge you. So what? Really? Ask yourself that question. What's actually going to happen? Will your life fall apart? Will you lose everything? Probably not. Someone might laugh, someone might make a comment, someone might disagree with you, and then life keeps moving. Most people don't think about you for more than a few minutes before they move on to something else. Meanwhile, you've been replaying that one awkward moment in your head for 3 weeks. See how unfair that is? You're caring about something that everybody has probably already forgot. But here's something I had to learn the hard way. No matter what you do, someone will always have something negative to say. If you're successful, people say you got lucky. If you're struggling, people say you weren't good enough. If you're quiet, you're weird. If you're confident, you're ignorant. If you're kind, people think you're fake. If you're honest, people think you're too blunt. You can't win. There's no version of yourself that every single person will like. And honestly, that's a good thing. If everyone likes you, you're probably spending too much time trying to please everyone instead of being yourself. Think about some of the most successful people in the world. Every single one of them has critics. Actors, athletes, musical musicians, business owners, creators, they all get judged. Not because they're failures, but because they're visible. The more you put yourself out there, the more opinions people will have. That's the price of doing something meaningful. If you want zero criticism, do nothing. Say nothing. Be nothing. But that's not really living. One thing that changed my perspective was asking myself a simple question. Whose opinion am I really afraid of? Most of the time, it's the people's whose opinion shouldn't matter in the first place. Random people online, someone you haven't talked to in years, someone who's too afraid to chase their own dreams, someone who's doesn't even know you. Why give those people the power to decide how you live your life? They don't wake up with your goals. They don't deal with your struggles. And they won't have to live your regrets. You will. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. You're sitting there thinking about your life. Do you really think you'll regret posting that video, wearing that outfit, starting that business, applying for that job? Probably not. But you know what you might regret? Never trying. Regret hurts a lot more than embarrassment. Embarrassment lasts a few hours. Regret can stay with you for years. Here's something no one ever talks about. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. People think confident people don't get nervous. Well, that's not true. They obviously do. The difference is they act anyway. Confidence comes after an action, not before. You don't become confident and then start. You start. And confidence grows every single time you prove yourself that you can survive uncomfortable situations. The first video that you upload might be terrible. Your first speech might be awkward. Your first business might fail. Your first attempt at anything usually isn't great. But every expert you admire started the exact same way. Nobody begins at level 100. Social media makes this even harder. Every day you're comparing your lives to everybody else's highlighted reels. You see perfect vacations, you see perfect relationships, perfect bodies, perfect success stories. But what you don't see are the failures, the bad days, the anxiety, the self-doubt. Everyone is fighting battles you know nothing about. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's best moments. At some point, you have to decide whose life you're living, yours or everyone else's. Because if your decisions are based off of what people might think, then they're not really your decisions. They're someone else's. Freedom starts the moment you stop asking the world for permission to be yourself. Here's the challenge. The next time you want to do something but feel afraid because of what people might think, do it anyway. Post a video, wear the outfit, apply for the job. Go to the gym, start the business, send the message. Not because you're fearless, but because your dreams matter more than someone else's opinion. Every time you choose courage over approval, you're teaching yourself something powerful. That your life belongs to you, not the crowd. At the end of your life, people won't remember every little mistake you made, and neither will you. What you will remember is the chances you took, the moments you grew, the risks that changed your life. So stop waiting for everyone's approval of your choices. They don't understand your journey. They don't have to believe in your dream. They don't have to agree with your decisions, because they're not the ones who have to live your life. You are. So live it. Take the chances, accept that some people won't like you, and that's okay. Because the moment you stop living for other people's approval is the moment you finally start living for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with someone who needs it to hear this. And remember, the people who spend most of their time judging others rarely spend enough time building themselves. Don't let their opinions become your limits.